Come on. Yes, I'm green. Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I hope you had a good day today. We have lots and lots to show you. So kick back, get your favorite beverage. Might even need a snack. It's going to be a long one. Our ship finally came in. Or somebody's ship came in. Anyway, we did get a lot of fabric in this week, and it's only Wednesday. And we also got batting. So of course we don't show you the batting. How boring is that? But if you were waiting for batting, we did get batting in. Okay, do we have some people on? Okay, good. And you know what? We would love a little interaction with you. So get your little typing fingers out there and tell us something. Okay, I'm going to start with this. We had our first I forgot what we called it, sit down with Stacy and Michelle, and we decided to call it something else. So we're calling it the Tuesday Morning Indulgence, TMI for short. And our next one is on Tuesday, March 16th at 9 o'clock Pacific time. So we would love out-of-town people. We would love everyone. We had a lot of fun. It was just a Zoom call. We will send out next week the Zoom link. And then the Monday before that, so on March 15th, we will also send out a little newsletter or just a little email saying, giving the link again and reminding you that our little TMI is on Tuesday morning at 9. So, you know, who knows what we'll find out about you or what you'll find out about us. Actually, it was just fun chatting with people. So if you have been holed up at home and haven't had a chance to chat with some other quilty friends, then this is your opportunity. So not next Tuesday, but a week from, it's in 2 weeks, March 16th. So at 9 o'clock, TMI, the Tuesday Morning Indulgence, little chat with us. So we get to see you and you get to talk to us too.
Yeah, let's say hi. People are saying hi.
Okay.
Ask for it. Rose Fowler, Cinda Romalo. So if you want to say hi.
Okay, Rose Fowler, hello. Cindy.
Cinda.
Virginia.
Pat. Roberta from Williamsburg.
Pat. And Roberta. Good.
Melissa, Tommy, and Tara.
Melissa, Tommy, and Tara. Oh, see, part of the six-pack is joining us. Okay. All right, so that's the Tuesday morning thing. Now I'm going to show you a couple of projects and then in a book, and then we're going to move on to the new fabric. So St. Patty's Day is coming up. So Stacy put together a little table topper, could be a runner. It's 20 by 32, so she wrote a little pattern. So the pattern itself is available for $3. And the kit, we do have a couple of kits that's $24.99. And I'm going to show you the actual runner. And how cute is that? Just very cute, and she did some really cute quilting on it as well, so you could have fun with that one. Now another St. Patrick's Day, So Kind of Wonderful came up with a new Posh, you know, they have Posh Santa and Posh Holly and Posh I don't know what all, but they came up with Posh Lucky. Unfortunately, the printed patterns are not going to be released until March 8th. They kind of work like we do. It's like, oh, let's do this at the last minute. So anyway, you know, who knows? It takes a while to develop these. But they do have the PDF pattern available on their website. So if you want it right away, you can go to their website and download the PDF file. But I went ahead and downloaded a PDF and made one. So the pattern itself, you can make one or you can make two. If you make two, it finishes at 28 by 42. And, well, I always put a little border on mine, so mine's a little wider than 28 inches. But I just did one, and they do give you options for if you want to do the center different than the background color. And anyway, this is a cute, uses the mini quick curve ruler. So many of you have done that, and this is just another fun project to use with that ruler. So this is called Posh Lucky. We have ordered the patterns, but they will not be shipping until at least March the 8th, the paper patterns. So if you need to have it right away, you can go to their website, So Kind of Wonderful, and order Posh Lucky as a PDF, and then you can print it out. Okay, so those are our St. Patrick's Day projects that we have here. All right, so we're going to move on. I want to start with a book. And the reason I'm starting with the book is because this is a scrapbook. And you are going to want to use up all your scraps, because after you see the fabric that we got today, you're going to say, oh, the only way that I can justify getting new fabric is if I use up some of my existing fabric. And we have the book for you to do that. So this book, when you use the 30% off, and if you are online, that 30% coupon is BOOK, the number 3, the number 0.
No spaces.
No spaces, just book 30. And you'll get 30% off. So that works out to, this makes that book $20. There are 12 patterns in here from 12 different designers. So you get a huge variety of patterns. And also at the beginning of this, it helps you organize your scraps. Let's look at Scrappy color palettes. So you put your scraps in color palettes, you know, and it helps you and describes what to do. And then it goes, you know, then each designer, like I said, has a pattern in here. So there are some very cute ones. And what's nice is that they give you 2 different color options for each of these. So they show you 2 different color options. And that's, you know, it's always nice to see how it's done differently. I figured this one right here is a real scrap buster. Let's look at all those pieces in there. So anyway, this is a great little scrapbook, and I know one of our local guilds is doing a scrap busting thing. And I think they're doing a Zoom scrap busting thing. So this is just another opportunity to organize your scraps and then use them up. Okay? All right, so let's move on to fabric. So we're going to start with Paradox from Quilting Treasures. This is Dan Morris is the designer, and we got the fabrics.
I didn't put any information on Paradox.
No, yeah, well.
$13.45 a yard.
It's okay, $13.45 a yard. But if you've gotten any Dan Morris fabrics in the past, you know, you'll recognize that this is a Dan Morris, and it will work with some of the others that we have from him. So in addition to the bolts that you have here, we also got the jelly roll. And the reason that we got the jelly roll is there's this pattern called Paradox Waves that you can do with this jelly roll, or really any jelly roll. And this is a small jelly roll, it's 20. So you only need 20. And this would work fabulous with batiks as well. It's a really cute pattern. You just need an accent color and then the jelly roll, and of course background. So we have all of the things to do Paradox in this colorway right here. And we got the cheater quilt. So we got the digital version of Paradox. So this is the actual quilt done digitally. So can you see it?
Yes, it's hard to see
right.
the whole thing.
Okay.
Zoom in.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so it makes a, very nice, it'll be a very nice quilt. And like I said, you don't have to use these particular fabrics. You could use others. And it finishes 55 by 66. So it takes 20 2.5-inch strips and some background fabric and an accent and binding. And what they used for the accent and the binding we did get, because this is the accent, this is the binding, this is the background, and we got this because we liked it. and it works. Yes, you could use it as backing, and it also works with some of the other Dan Morrises that we have here in the shop. So Paradox. So that's the first one from Quilting Treasures. All right. So we're going to move on. We got some 10-inch squares, some Laurel Birch 10-inch squares. So this line is called, or it's really one of their basics, but this is the sunrise version of it. Although right on top is the black. I guess once you open this, you start seeing the sunrise. I don't know. I don't know why they did black on top and call it sunrise, but I'm trying to justify it here. See what's happening. If you come to TMI, it's even worse. Okay, I'm going to stop laughing. But anyway, the 10-inch squares from Laurel Birch, $44.99. And these, these work beautifully in any one of the, in many of the So Kind of Wonderful quick curve. I've done some with Laurel Birch, and I really like how they turn out. Okay, Violet Craft, Modern Classics, so 2.5-inch strips. This is a beautiful rainbow, color. But what's nice about it is that it has a little something going on in it. So it's the colors, but it's not just plain. So I'm not a big fan of just plain fabrics. So I like these. So when you do something that requires a variety of colors, this is a nice way to go. So this is Violet Craft called Modern Classics. They're 2.5-inch strips. I think there's 40 or 42 of them in here, 40 pieces. And it's from Robert Kaufman, and it's $40.99. Okay, now the next thing we got from Moda was America the Beautiful. So obviously this is patriotic fabric. This is kind of an off-white, and you've got the flag stars, and then you've got the blue stars on the red background, and then the flags on the red background with some gray here. There is a panel and a project, or a quilt, what do you call it? A kit. It's a kit that goes with this that we have also ordered that has not come in yet, but we will have some kits available. And we won't have the panel by itself. It will only be available as the kit. So when that comes in, we, of course, will let you know. But these are the companion fabrics for it. And, of course, they also work with many of the other patriotic fabrics that we have. Okay. Also, another Robert Kaufman. This is batiks called Connect the Dots. And really, you could do the shamrock in this, or anything. This came in after I did the Posh Lucky, so I didn't do it in this. But it's called Connect the Dots, and they're beautiful greens. So Stacy's laughing because green is not my favorite color. However, if you love green, we've got a nice lime, we've got a more medium, and then a darker with more gray, it's a more grayed out green, I guess you'd call it. I don't know. Anyway, they all have, of course, it's called Connect the Dots, so they all have dots in the patterning of them. So these are batiks, and they're from Robert Kaufman, Connect the Dots, $13.45 a yard. Now, all of these things, of course, are on our website. They're under, the name of them, but it's also under all the new stuff. So if you look at that, you'll see everything that we showed tonight. Okay, two other batiks from Robert Kaufman, Serengeti. And one of the reasons that we got these was, first of all, we didn't have a whole lot of browns, and secondly, we got a lot of requests when there was a lot of mask making going on for things that look like, animal skins. So, we have kind of this, I don't know what,
it's
zebra.
The color is called camel.
Yeah. So anyway, animal stripy, and then sort of the leopard, but it's a dark brown and kind of almost black in there. So anyway, it companions in our brown area because we didn't have a whole lot, and kind of for the animal lovers or somebody doing something like that. Okay, another Robert Kaufman, and this is another batik. This line is called Hummingbird Lane, and beautiful springy looking, the aquas and teals and the pinks, and this one has more of a rainbow color. We love these because then you can just kind of pick anything to go with them. And you've got this hot pink popping out here. With the hummingbirds, yes. And of course the hummingbirds have to have something, little flowers to go into. So there's the hot pink because, that color is going to attract them. So we have these on the bolt. Then we also got the 2.5-inch strips. So this, of course, includes the entire line. So this is Hummingbird Lane, the 2.5-inch strips. And those are $44.99. And then we also got the fat quarters. And one of the reasons that we got the fat quarters was because we saw the violet quilt, which we have done, and we have a sample of in another line, but we saw it done with the Hummingbird Lane. And they sort of did a rainbow, you know, they did the different colors. But anyway, it was gorgeous. It's gorgeous in this. And this, you know, of course, this takes fat quarters, so the fat quarters work really well with the violet quilt. And a couple of other patterns that we thought would work. Gemini uses strips, so actually the violet craft would look really nice, you know, with Gemini. And Gemini has been an ever popular pattern. And you can make this just, and we have done that as well, just a table runner. Or you could do the Sugar Sand Beach with the Hummingbird Lane. That would be really pretty. So that would be, you know, that would make another stunning quilt. And the violet craft as well. I mean, really any strip, but a couple of ideas for the things that we did get in. So again, Hummingbird Lane from Robert Kaufman. We have bolts, strips, and fat quarter stacks.
Okay, tell Linda Sue I will take care of the kit. No price listed for the runner kit or weight add to the cart. I'll take care of it. Tell Linda Sue we'll take care of the St. Patty's Day.
Okay, Linda Sue, we will take care of that for you. Stacy's trying to tell me what it is, but I'm not understanding, but we will take care of it. Okay, then we have some K facet, and you know, again, these are a color. It's just color saturated, and they're not any particular line. Some of these are new, some are classics, but beautiful colors. Look at this beautiful orange. You know, when we order CAFE, we just kind of look at what's on our shelf and where we need to fill in. And then sometimes we just fall in love with some of them and say, well, we have to have this whether it fits in or not. And then we have this beautiful pink. So these are, again, beautiful colors. A lot of the So Kind of Wonderful patterns look fabulous in CAFE. And, you know, really you can use these for anything. Okay, so CAFE facet fabrics. All right, and then Springbrook. Now, we showed you before the fat eighth stacks and the 10-inch squares. So we got those first, and this is a Corey Yoder's designer. Corey Yoder is the designer, and she has a book that accompanies this, the Chex Mix Quilts. That's a hard one to say. So what we got this week was the bolts to go with it. So we actually, the fabrics here are to make this, we'll make this front cover pattern. But
those centers are pieced.
Yes. Okay, so the centers are pieced. That is not a fabric, so you do have to do some piecing, but it's pretty. And of course, there's, you know, tons of things in here. They don't necessarily use this line. They've used previous lines, but you could certainly do them in this line. So again, beautiful spring colors, and, you know, will work for many quilts, but you could also pick something out of the Chex Mix Quilts book. And I need to say that 5 times in a row.
Tommy says she needs to sew faster so she can use up old fabric and buy new fabric.
That's right. We all need to sew faster and get the scrapbook and cut up your scraps. Because I think it kind of goes, I didn't really read the whole front, but I know it goes into the color palette. I don't know if it goes into what sizes to cut your fabrics, but I always use the sizes that the pre-cuts come in, the 2.5, you know, I cut my leftover fabrics into 2.5-inch strips or 5-inch squares or 10-inch squares, because there's a lot of patterns for all of those. Okay, so that concludes our new fabrics, and there were quite a few. So hopefully you got a good taste of what came in, and saw some new projects, got new ideas. So any questions out there? Anything else? Okay, well, remember you can always reach us via email or the phone. And here's our information. So anytime, remember we are open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And this weekend is our second virtual retreat, and we actually have one spot left in that. We are limiting it to 24 attendees. We have one spot left, so you would get a goodie bag for that. If you are local and can pick the goodie bag up, I mean, you still get the goodie bag, but it won't get there in time for you if you are not, if we need to mail it to you. We would still mail it to you, but you won't get the little sew-along project that we're going to do in time to do it. But nonetheless, you would still get to sew with all of us and have some fun. So again, the virtual retreat is this weekend, and it is $35. And I know I can't remember, because with closing and going virtual and doing this, we've had to change prices and change our hats, and I can't keep up. Anyway, so any other questions?
Linda Sue says, cannot find the pattern for the first quilt you showed. I don't know which first quilt it is. Obviously not the kit, so probably Posh Lucky.
Posh Lucky. Yeah, it's Posh Lucky. If that's the one that you're looking for, it is on the Sew Kind of Wonderful site. You have to look under I think the PDF patterns.
It's not on our site.
No, it's not on our site.
Oh, Paradox.
Okay, Paradox. Oh, Paradox.
It's Paradox Waves. We only have the one copy.
Right now we only have one copy. It was a little
This is it.
boo-boo in our non-ordering. We didn't, well, the problem is we just don't know when things are coming in, and we knew this was going to come at some point, but not when, so we didn't have the patterns. But we do have the fabric, and like I said, it just takes the strips and background and accent. So
Fine, tell her better order it now then.
right.
We do have more on order.
Yes, we do have more on order. So they will be coming in. It'll be another week, unless there's some horrible storm or something again. Who knows? But things seem to have calmed down a bit, and we're getting our shipments. And like I said at the beginning, even our batting. So yay, batting came in, because we were getting really low on batting. Because you people are out there just finishing projects like crazy, so that's good. It's good you're finishing things. And I'm sure you all feel wonderful that you're cleaning up your rooms and getting projects done. Yay!
Okay, Rebecca Clayton says, Michelle's scarf says pattern. Right here, it
Oh,
does. It's that double gauze.
Yes, we have
themed.
double gauze. It's sewing themed, so it has different things on it. So yes, and I love I'm probably screwing up the mic. I love wearing it because it's soft and comfy. The double gauze scarves are really easy to make, so we have double gauze, and we have project sheets for making a scarf, and the infinity scarf. Anyway, they're very simple. Okay, all right. Well then, thanks for sticking with us, and I know it was a lot to take in. There's a lot of fabric out there, but just go to the website. You can see it in all the new stuff, or go to YouTube when Stacy uploads it, and you can watch this whole thing again.
I'll take one quick pass.
Okay, so we'll do one more pass of everything that you saw.
Paradox, so I guess
So,
Linda Sue wants to know what she needs.
Paradox, okay. The Paradox really is a cute, and actually they have a table runner too. It's a separate pattern, but good heavens, you can figure that out yourself. And Laurel Birch. Patriotic. The Violet Craft. Really a whole, like I said, a whole rainbow of colors, but with some pattern going on in them. More modern. And green for St. Patty's Day. And you really need to see this in person because it's so pretty. We'll move these out of the way, but very, very pretty line, Hummingbird Lane. And of course, Cafe. You can't go wrong with Cafe. You just can't. And Spring Brook. So today we had rain, so our March showers bring flowers anytime because this is California.
All right.
Okay, I guess we're over and out, huh? All right, so long, everyone.